Imagine you're out in the African savanna, the sun is setting, and suddenly you hear it, the growl of a lion, deep and resonant, like the rumble of distant thunder. Not far off, there's a laugh, but it's not the kind of laugh that makes you feel warm inside. It's chilling, sharp, and has a hint of mockery. That's the hyena, and if you're thinking this is going to be a showdown, you're absolutely right. We're talking about one of the most intense rivalries in the animal kingdom, lions versus hyenas. It's not just a battle for survival, it's personal. Let's get right into it. Why do these two animals hate each other so much? Why is it that every time they cross paths, it's like all hell breaks loose? It's because these two predators are in a constant battle over territory, food, and dominance. Lions and hyenas don't just coexist, they compete fiercely. And trust me, when it comes to competition, these animals don't play nice. First off, let's talk about the lion. The so-called king of the jungle. We all know the lion's reputation: strong, powerful, majestic. But did you know that the lion's roar can be heard up to 5 miles away? Yeah, that's like standing in the middle of a city and hearing a car horn from the suburbs. Lions are built for power. They've got massive paws with sharp claws, a muscular build, and those iconic manes that make the males look even more intimidating. But don't be fooled by their good looks. Lions are ruthless hunters. Now, lions typically live in prides. Think of it as their own little gang, but with a strict hierarchy. There's usually 1 or 2 dominant males who do most of the mating and defending. Then, there are the females, who are the real powerhouses. They're the ones who do most of the hunting and are fiercely protective of their cubs. When they work together, they're like a well-oiled machine, taking down prey that's much larger and faster than they are, like zebras and buffaloes. But here's the twist. Despite their reputation as the top predator, lions have one big challenge: they can't stand competition. And guess who's always lurking around, ready to give them a run for their money? That's right, the hyena. Now, hyenas might not have the same glamorous reputation as lions, but don't underestimate them. These animals are the definition of resilience. Let's start with their laugh. It's not really a laugh, but a form of communication that can mean different things. Anything from signaling that they found food to calling for backup during a fight. They're incredibly social animals, living in large clans led by a dominant female. Yep, in hyena society, it's the ladies who call the shots. Hyenas are often seen as scavengers, but that's only half the story. They're also skilled hunters, with powerful jaws that can crush bone like it's nothing. Seriously, their bite force is one of the strongest in the animal kingdom, almost twice as strong as a lion's. So while lions may take down the big game, hyenas are built to make the most out of every meal, even devouring the bones that other predators leave behind. Here's where things get interesting. Lions and hyenas have overlapping territories, which means they're constantly butting heads over food. When a lion pride makes a kill, it's only a matter of time before the hyenas show up, looking to steal a bite. And trust me, they're not shy about it. They'll gang up, use their numbers, and harass the lions until they either back off or prepare for a fight. And when I say fight, I mean an all-out brawl. We're talking snarling, biting, and full-on wrestling. Lions may have the strength, but hyenas have the numbers and the guts to stand their ground. This isn't just a quick scuffle either. These battles can last for hours, with both sides taking heavy hits. Sometimes, the lions win, sometimes the hyenas do. But no matter who comes out on top, the hatred between these two animals only grows deeper with every encounter. But here's something that might surprise you. Lions and hyenas are more alike than you'd think. Both are incredibly intelligent and social, relying on complex communication and teamwork to survive. In fact, studies have shown that lions and hyenas are some of the most intelligent carnivores in Africa. They can recognize individual members of their own group and their rivals, and they even strategize during hunts and battles. So why don't they just avoid each other? Simple, they can't afford to. The competition for food is too fierce. In the wild, it's eat or be eaten, and neither lions nor hyenas are willing to give up their hard-earned meals. And because their territories overlap so much, they're constantly running into each other. Avoiding a fight means losing out on valuable resources, and in the savanna, that can mean the difference between life and death. Let's take a closer look at how these battles usually play out. When a lion pride makes a kill, they'll usually start eating right away, tearing into the carcass with those powerful jaws. But it doesn't take long before the hyenas catch wind of the action. Using their keen sense of smell, they can detect a kill from miles away. And once they're on the trail, they move fast. The hyenas don't just charge in blindly though, they're strategic about it. They'll circle the lions, making that infamous laughing sound, which can be incredibly unnerving. It's like they're taunting the lions, daring them to make a move. And because hyenas often outnumber lions, they have the upper hand in these situations. They'll rush in, snapping and biting, trying to grab a piece of the kill. The lions, of course, aren't going to just let that happen. They'll lash out with claws and teeth, trying to keep the hyenas at bay. It's a chaotic scene, with fur flying and growls filling the air. But here's the thing, hyenas are persistent. They won't back down easily, especially if they're hungry. They'll keep coming, wearing the lions down until they either give up or get seriously injured. And if a lion gets injured, the hyenas won't hesitate to take advantage of the situation. They're not above turning the tables and making the lion their next meal. Now, you might be wondering, do lions ever go after hyenas? The answer is yes. While hyenas are usually the ones doing the harassing, lions are known to attack and even kill hyenas, especially when they're outnumbered or alone. This is partly out of competition. One less hyena means less competition for food. But it's also because of the deep-seated animosity between these two species. Lions don't just see hyenas as competition, they see them as enemies. In fact, some lions seem to take it personally. There have been instances where lions have gone out of their way to hunt down hyenas, even when there's no food at stake. It's like they're sending a message, stay out of our territory, or else. And when a lion pride takes down a hyena, they don't just kill it, they make sure it's a brutal and final act. This isn't just survival, it's war. But it's not always one-sided. Hyenas have been known to get their revenge too. If they find a lone lion or a small group of lions that's vulnerable, they'll attack with full force. And remember, they have those powerful jaws that can crush bone. A lion caught off guard by a pack of hyenas is in serious trouble. It's rare, but it happens. Hyenas can and do kill lions. This constant back and forth between lions and hyenas has shaped the way these animals live and hunt. For lions, it means being constantly vigilant, always ready to defend their kills from the inevitable hyena invasion. For hyenas, it means staying in large groups and using their numbers to their advantage. It's a never-ending battle, with neither side willing to back down. Now, let's talk about the social dynamics within these species, because that's where things get even more interesting. In a lion pride, there's a clear hierarchy. The dominant males are at the top, followed by the females and then the cubs. Everyone knows their place, and there's usually not much room for debate. The males defend the territory, while the females do most of the hunting and raising of the cubs. It's a well-organized system, and it works, most of the time. But when hyenas come into the picture, that system can get disrupted. Hyenas are known to target lion cubs, especially when the pride is distracted or when the males are away. And because hyenas are so sneaky, they can sometimes snatch a cub before the pride even realizes what's happening. This adds another layer of tension between these two species. Lions know that hyenas are a threat not just to their food, but to their future generations. On the other hand, hyenas have their own complex social structure. Their clans are usually led by a dominant female, known as the matriarch, who rules with an iron paw. She's the largest and most aggressive member of the clan, and everyone else falls in line behind her. Hyena society is matriarchal, meaning females are bigger and more dominant than males. The males are typically submissive and spend most of their time trying to avoid the wrath of the females. It's a tough life, but it's what keeps the clan together. One interesting fact about hyenas is that they have some of the most unusual reproductive anatomy in the animal kingdom. Female hyenas have a pseudo-penis, which makes mating and giving birth incredibly challenging. This has led to some unique behaviors and adaptations within their society, making them one of the most fascinating animals to study. Despite their differences, lions and hyenas have one thing in common: they're both incredibly resilient. They've adapted to survive in one of the harshest environments on the planet, where food is scarce and danger is everywhere. Whether it's a lion pride defending its territory or a hyena clan scavenging for a meal, both species have mastered the art of survival. But what's truly fascinating is that this rivalry has been going on for thousands of years. Long before humans ever set foot on the African continent, lions and hyenas were locked in this endless struggle for dominance. And it's a rivalry that will likely continue for many more years to come. In the end, the battle between lions and hyenas is more than just a fight over food. It's a battle for survival, for power, and for respect. It's a testament to the raw, untamed nature of the wild, where only the strongest, smartest, and most determined animals thrive. So, the next time you think about the African savanna, picture this: a lion pride basking in the golden light of the setting sun, a fresh kill at their feet. And just beyond the horizon, a clan of hyenas, their eyes fixed on the prize, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. It's a scene that's played out countless times, and it's a battle that never gets old. The war between lions and hyenas is far from over. Each encounter is just another chapter in their long, brutal history. And as long as they share the same land, the battle of the titans will rage on.